starting from a body lock. I take my grips, gable grips behind the hips, and my head is on the inside position underneath the chin and jaw. Now I'm keeping my head nice and tight to the body so that I don't offer up any space and I lose that control. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start jousting my knee in between his legs. I'm gonna take a step in with the back first. That way I'm not just stepping and elongating my stance. I step in and then I step out. Now at this point I'm keeping him drug into me. With every step, I jam my thigh deeper and deeper into his thigh. And I twist. Now as I'm twisting, I'm gonna be taking his shoulders down towards the floor. There's gonna come a moment where his hand touches the mat. And at this point, I know this is where his posts are. Instead of driving him to his posts, I take him back towards his back. This is a really good opportunity to force a chest-to-chest half guard, but just like our back bend, if we wind up with loose legs that they haven't caught their own half guard here, I can either try to force the mount, I can walk my hips away from where my head is. Either of those are gonna be really good options if they're not latched onto that half guard. So with this one of the most important things is having the footwork down. So if you start this by trying to step out here and giving yourself a wide base, I haven't really given this any oomph to drive into. So what I wanna make sure that I'm doing is I'm shortening that stance so that that back leg can plant and give some strength to that joust. Boom. All right. Every time I'm doing that, for anybody familiar with like an Uchimata, where I am in here and I hook and lift the leg, I'm basically doing the same thing. As my thigh, my quad jams under his hamstring, I want to continue jamming and wedging the doorstop of my knee, quad, hip under his leg until eventually his leg lifts, he twists, he tilts, and I can get him looking for a new post. These are his two posts to start, but as I lift it, he might be able to balance until I get him tilted, okay? A lot of these body lock takedowns, single legs too, rely on us getting them teetering. Boom, like a little seesaw. I wanna lift one side and tilt the other. Double legs, a lot of times if I'm cutting an angle, we're gonna do the same thing. If I allow people to just be upright and straight, like we're doing judo, and he's just like out here standing or doing Muay Thai, I'm gonna have a tough time controlling and taking somebody down to the floor. I need to get you tilting and moving around. So as I come in, I've got my control here. I've got my nice attachment on the body, okay? But for whatever reason, I can't just bend you back. Maybe they're just strong. Maybe they got a good, strong front line. So what I'm gonna do is I step in to start messing with the base. Once I get to here, Max has a tough time even staying hips back like he was before. And I can start walking through. You'll feel this moment where they're hopping and their head's kind of leaning in the same direction that you're twisting, which is gonna be in the direction of your back foot. All right, so I'm twisting. Now right about here, I just start kind of tilting him towards his hand. Once that hand hits the floor, I know that his base is ready to go to the ground. All I have to do is move away from that post and drive him to the floor. Now again, just like the body lock back bend video, we can go half guard, we can go side control, we can go mount. All these are gonna be really good options for us. All we have to do is keep our body lock, keep ourselves above that knee line, and then figure out what they're doing with their legs. This is one of those moments where you can't really force it. If they've locked the leg, there's no mount, there's no side control. We can plan for those possibilities, but we can't really plan to make them an inevitability. So you need to have those three options down pretty well. That way, depending on which way they're moving, what they're doing with their legs, we can continue on from this. One of the things that a lot of people do is they get a takedown and then they pause, maybe waiting on like points to be counted or something like that. But we need to continue moving. Like if you're moving up to a side control, a mount, they're gonna keep counting those points out. There's no reason to stop low on the body where he can easily get those knees back in front of you and fight back.